Barloworld owns Caterpillar and Bucyrus distributors in Iberia, Siberia, and across Africa. I'm sure you didn't think I was going to get Bucyrus right.
Well done. But it also has a logistics, motor retail, car rental business. Remember, it owns Avis, and it's got some other fleet management and logistics solutions businesses in there. We'll have to see what scale those are. Perhaps it's, again, one of those cases where it's going to be judged more as a company on how its mining equipment and all those other Caterpillar equipment does, to be perfectly
Market
honest.
cap here, 22 billion rand, dividend yield 3.4%, price to earnings ratio of 10.5. Clive Thompson still at the helm.
Yes, so I think the focus has been, Siri, on the Caterpillar business, but actually the motor retail operations, including financial services, looks like it makes up around 40% of the earnings. So this is much more material to them. It's sort of moved sideways for some time. I think they have had quite a difficult operating environment. Obviously, they've got exposure to Russia, the Caterpillar distributorship there. That's been doing poorly of late. They've also had exposure to Iberia, Spain, and that's turning around recently. So where Russia's slacked off, now Iberia's picking up again. And I think the most recent results were the market, I think, had expected less and was pleasantly surprised. The share has been quite weak, but has picked up. It's sort of one of these perennial value plays. I think they need to do a little bit more with the capital allocation, sweat the assets more.
Value play, not value trap.
I think they're doing the right things. It has a fair amount of potential if the mining capex does swing around, and I think there is the possibility of that. They've shown that they're quite resilient. The aftermarket, again, on the Caterpillar side, has been what's fairly defensive. So I think you've got that base of earnings with a potential upside with mining capex, and so that makes it moderately exciting.
Well, let's look at the share price performance here, Paul. And
I was going to say, that's quite a complicated picture. And I think you can see that. So this is a stock the market often gets wrong, in inverted commas, because it sort of expects the cycle to be good and then it isn't. You can see that reflected there, quite a raggedy curve. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little bit negative about the mining capex part of the business. And I do worry a little that some of the other bits and pieces may not be firing at exactly the same time or the right time. So
you're not wholly convinced on this story. Let's go hot or not, Rowan, from your perspective.
I like the price. I'm going to say hot.
Paul, hot or
I'm
not?
going to go with not hot.
I can see how this is going to go for the rest of the